Hello, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, my name is Lady Aphrodite. Cleansing the screen a little. It's been a good minute. Life has been lifing, so let's get into these updates. Yes, let's get into these updates. So for those of you who don't know, I do more in-person readings these days, so filming gets a little hectic. If you see that sort of thing right there, that's my mic. I rearranged my room and where I film and everything, so I'm still trying to figure out a good sort of filming something, you know. Yes, but my updates. So let's start with the first one. This is gonna be so great. Okay, wait right here. This is Moonlit. She's loving the attention right now. Anyone who doesn't know me, anyone who doesn't know me well, is probably looking at this bunny going, "What the hell?" Right? So, but anyone who does know me knows that at some point I really, I can communicate with animals pretty well. And so my goal was to do sort of animal human therapy, like together. So, sort of something good for the animals, something good for the people, just something that will be beneficial to everyone involved. I was gonna do snakes first because snakes are really good with Reiki healing, but we ended up with bunnies instead. So this is Moonlit. This is the first bunny. She's just trying to get to know the people. And so I did not buy these bunnies. I adopted my bunnies. Someone, I guess, got them around Easter and did what people do. They did what trash people do, which is decided that bunnies were too much work and left them by the side of the road. So, these are not trash bunnies. These are perfectly beautiful, houseable, lovable babies. And they deserve that. They deserve to feel that. So, okay, on to the next one. Come on, Moonlit. Say bye-bye to the people. Say bye-bye. The more difficult of the two, Sol Terra, which means sun, earth, because, of course, if I have a moon, then I have to have a sun, right? They have to match. Of course, they got the yin-yang going on. She has got alopecia. I didn't know, or they didn't know, until after she went in to get fixed, because she had no medical records again, because they just dumped them by the side of the street. So if anyone has any tips for bunnies with alopecia, I would greatly appreciate it. I want to make sure she gets everything she needs and then some. I just want to make sure my baby is okay. I love you. I love you so much. Oh, I love you. I did follow the instructions given to me for them. So they do have their 4-foot, pens for when I'm not here. They do have each other for anxiety. They have fresh running water, hay, staple diet, fruits, fresh vegetables. Obviously, they eat the same things I eat. High frequency diet. It helps when you're energetically aligned with your animals. It helps when you can hear them, and so you hear what they need. Unfortunately, I can only hear so much. I'm not that good. I wish I was Eliza Thornberry status. I can only hear bits and pieces, like tired or hungry or space, meaning like I need my space. They do like it when I play my singing bowls. I didn't know if they would because of the sensitivity to the sound. Um, I think maybe they just, spiritually, bunnies are very in tune with you. I did speak to a couple of my friends. One of my really good ones was telling me that I have to be very gentle with them. I can't get angry with them. They're going to want to get involved in everything I do spiritually. And she was absolutely correct. And I'm glad that I spoke to her first. She has a bunny. So she is helping me, and I am learning. You can sort of see sort of on this side the spaces where her hair is. Yeah, poor baby. They just decided they didn't. She was too much work. Never too much work over here, though. We love you. We love all our babies. Yeah, so this is sort of the first update. um, yeah, besides the name change to Lady Aphrodite, got an upgrade. Um, um, for anyone sort of like, oh my god, I have a big chest area, so she is essentially sitting on my heart chakra right now, getting all the love. Um, but it's so great because this segues into the next thing I wanted to talk about, which is the next life update, which is that I got my aura photo taken. So I am actually going to put her back in her habitat with her sister. I'm sure interacting, sort of getting to know you all, has been a beautiful moment for her, but now she, you know, bunnies don't like to be held for too long, and then fragile spines. So I'm just going to put her back and let her sort of do her thing. Come on, mama. Yeah, come. So, really like working with bunnies because when I do a lot of meditation work, if I hear them, now my chest is red, but if I hear them thumping, then it is an alert to me that maybe I didn't put up as much protection. Now, I know that bunnies will thump if they feel their space is in danger or if they're just playing, but something that I noticed today was that they were not playing. They were literally just sitting in their habitat, and it was thump, 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 thump. And I was trying to take a nap, and I was like, oh, my protection, someone must be trying to get past one of my wardings or something, because the way they're going off, they feel like their space is being encroached on, but there's nobody else in here. So that was sort of, I love that. Things just sort of aligned like that for me. But here we go to the next sort of updatey thing, my aura photo. So here's my aura photo. You can see all my chakras here. The reason why I love stuff like this is because it lines together, it bridges together the sort of spirituality and the sciences, which I love, which is why I moved to being Lady Aphrodite the Visionary. Everything I do is sort of trying to bridge that gap because people want it to be so one-sided, and I'm like, no, everything comes together, I promise you. People were called crazy until certain stuff was sort of bridged together. You just have to figure out where it belongs. But I have 2 aura photos now. This would be the second one. I'm pretty sure I can find the first one. Hold on, because the change is so, I can't find it, so I'll like insert it. But it shows you the state of your mind and body, whether you're balanced, imbalanced, your energy levels, your stress levels, the color wheel. So my color wheel specifically sits in between lavender and indigo, which I didn't realize that a lot of people didn't see, meaning that a lot of that cares, well, you can see it down here at the bottom, just the violet indigo, charismatic, futuristic, sensual, visionary, imaginative, and then that indigo obviously veering off into the everything to do with the crown chakra and just it's source and spirit. So when I tell people I'm a medium and I'm like, I can't turn it off, and I exist in multiple dimensions at the same time, this is quite literally what I mean. It's not a joke to me. It's not something to poke fun at. This is my life. And now there's physical, tangible proof. That's walking source. I'm one of source's, good old vessel pieces. And it makes sense that I was born on a Mercury day to just deliver the message. Um, Shout out to Sandra for taking my picture. I love her. She does it once a year at the same spot. I don't go every year. I went maybe like 2 years ago, but I wanted to go again because the Moldavite, then so many life changes, just the post breakup, my career path changing. I wanted to see if things changed, and when I insert the photo, you'll see that things actually have changed. I was more of the, I want to say indigo and less of the violet. So I was more getting information, but I wasn't really doing anything with it. And so now that I'm walking in my path and really doing everything I'm supposed to do, like channeling the information, channeling the art, just to creating with source, and doing everything I'm supposed to do, I think more of that violet is coming out, and it's portraying in my auric field, and it's like, well, now you've stepped into that creative, um, visionary sort of energy, but it doesn't show up in the oranges or the yellows. There's definitely more work to be done for me with my lower chakras, and I'm definitely not um, denying that. I definitely live upper chakra. Like, I just had upper chakra activation. Like, I was in meditation, and one of my guides was like, "Are you ready?" And I was like, I thought, and they were like, "Yes, but now there's more." And I was like, "There's more." You ever get like, you think you hit a peak, and then they're like, "But wait, like, what's that guy's name? Billy Mays. Billy Mays here," and he's like, "But wait, there's more." Like, yeah, that's how it feels. Yeah, you get in meditation and you're all excited to just hear that you've been doing great, and then it's like, "But wait, there's more." Um, but when Sandra took my picture, and then she spoke to me, and then she was like, "I'm proud of you," for, like, she was just like, "I'm proud of you." I don't know, it really struck me because from one practitioner to another who's living in their truth and really doing what they're supposed to do, I think that just shook me up. It's one thing for people to be like, "Oh, you've grown so much, like, that's so cool, like, I'm so excited for you." It's another thing for like a professional who's like living in their element and has been doing it and is just, existing in the beauty of spirituality and science, to be like, "I'm proud of," like, that is a big deal to me. Like, I needed that because I often feel like I'm slowly veering off or getting confused, or just, spirituality. And now I'm patting my head, and I am starting to realize that I pat my head when my spirit guides come in and they can't pat my head, so they kind of make me do it for me. It's kind of funny because they don't necessarily want to mount me and take over the whole. So they'd be like, "Ah, yes, my child, you're okay. Well taken care of. We got you." But yeah, these are sort of like just the smallish sort of updates that I'm currently going through. But more on that center, I was talking to my dad, who I'm still healing the family dynamic with. Um, I want to figure out whether or not to start a nonprofit in the US because, as many of you know, I don't want to be here. So I'm trying to figure this out. But I know it needs to be like animal to person therapy. So not just the person needing therapy, but the animal needing therapy too, meaning like they need a person too. And also like centered around like art therapy also, because obviously like I channel a lot from the different dimensions and the higher up realms. So I definitely want it to be a thing that's open, especially for women coming out of survival mode, black women, or like just women of color in particular who really need a safe space. I also want it to have housing. Like, I want to try and figure it out properly. And I know I want to do it in a couple of places, but I know that wherever I do this is where I need to settle for a bit. So then it comes down to, am I going to start a space here and just kind of fuck up the system one good time? before I leave the US, and then open up a center outside the US as well. And if I do that, can I handle that? Can I manage a center here in the US and outside the US? Or do I open up one here with people that I really love and care about and then hand it off to someone that I love before moving outside the US and doing it that way? Because I'm not opposed to the idea of fixing the home front before leaving or doing something that leaves a lasting impression on the home front. My people were brought here as slaves. So I'm being realistic in my vision, and it's just like, do I really want to contribute to a land they didn't want to be on in the first place? And I think that's a big part of it too. It's a lot of ancestry work, breaking generational curses, and really figuring out what's going to be the most beneficial to me, to my ancestry, to my lineage, not only in this lifetime, but in past lifetimes too. I have to think about lifetimes where I was bartered off, where I was beaten, where I was, potentially, where, made to feel like I was nothing. Like, do I really want to continue to contribute to that? And a lot of that did happen on this soil. I mean, some of it happened in Europe too. So, I have to think about that too. It's not like I can just run from place to place. Um, it gives you a lot to think about. I am generational curse breaker, shadow worker, healer over here. We dig deep into the subconscious. We pull out those things that we didn't necessarily want to have to think about or deal with. And we put our best foot forward and we'll work through those processes. Also, with that being said, I did just launch a 30-day program. And in the 30-day program, it teaches you how to restart and reassess. A lot of us need that right now. One of my clients just went through this too, and she is discovering through her spirit guides that she is actually not supposed to be in the US. So she will be doing some traveling very soon. Congratulations to her. Another one of my clients just got engaged, so congratulations to her. But the sole purpose of the 30-day program is to sort of reset your nervous system, bring you out of survival mode, because whether we like to admit it or not, no matter how much work we do, it doesn't matter if you identify more as masculine, feminine, they, them, she, her, it, that, dolphin, galactic being, I don't care what you identify as. No matter how much work you do, at some point you can teeter back off into survival mode and just kind of go back to the day to day, especially in this economy. So each 30-day program is tailored to my client specifically, where I do a 45-minute channeling mediumship session with your team. We talk about what you need, where your life path is going, where you specifically want it to go, how they can help you. And then in those 30 days, we talk about how to bring you back to you, how to recenter you, how to realign you with source. That way your intuition is heightened, you're spot on, you can have a better connection with your spirit guides, your ancestors, your deities. You can get individualized meditation sessions with me once a week for those 30 days, and we will do like walkthrough visualization meditation sessions where I will introduce you to your guides if you don't already have a good standing with them, or a good idea of your sacred space where you can meet with them and sort of talk with them. I do these sort of things because I get really tired of people feeling like they have to keep running back to a particular practitioner or relying on people. And it's like, at the end of the day, no matter which sacred text you read, it doesn't matter if it's, a religious text or, just an esoteric scripture, or, a text in general. They always talk about returning to the oneness, returning to source. And it's like, how are you ever going to do that if you're relying on someone else? And so my courses, kind of help jumpstart you on learning that, yes, it's okay to need outside help, but the most important relationship you'll cultivate is that oneness within yourself, because it reconnects you to source consciousness. And that's going to be one of the most important relationships you ever cultivate, because it doesn't matter what I say, he, she, them. You have to walk in your own truth and your own authenticity. And if you're uncomfortable with that, you're going to keep going to whomever and whatever to get what you feel you need. And that is a form of survival mode, because you're doing these things to push forward. And it's like, you already have the answers within you. So let's just re-jump that, let's kickstart that back up. Let's fix that. good old gut, good old intuition, good old connection to source consciousness, so that you can maintain that beautiful relationship with you. You know what I mean? Also, not everyone needs to be reading you. I do a lot of mediumship sessions, and I can see the energetic footprints of about 5, 6 people that you've paid to read you. They don't know how to go in and take their shoes off. They leave their dust, their own impressions, their own life examples, and everything else underneath the sun in your mind. People don't want to hear that. I'm here to tell you the harsh truth. Okay, they come in, and because they haven't fully healed themselves, and healing is a sliding scale because it never ends, but because they're still dealing with their own stuff and they're not moving within their own authenticity, they're leaving an energetic footprint in your mind. I see it when I go in because I can speak to people's subconscious. It's a beautiful thing when you come in for reading, for mediumship reading, and I see you standing next to you and you're panicking because someone came into your sacred space about a week ago. You have no protections up. You have no idea who is supposed to be guarding your gate, minding your stargate, protecting you from people coming in and just reading whatever. And they got their dirty little energetic footprints all over your mind. And now you're like, I don't know whether up is down. And you're feeling like Alice in Wonderland. And your spirit guides are going, do you know who you are? So now they look like the caterpillars smoking on that pipe. And you thinking you going crazy. And it's like, honey, they're just trying to recenter you. And you fighting with you because someone else came in and told you this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, what did your first mind tell you? What does source tell you? Before you even sat down in my chair, what does source tell you? And I ask my clients this all the time, because then their subconscious asks them the same question, and then their higher selves come in and ask them the same question. Before you even sat down in this chair, you knew the answer, didn't you? And it's funny because they will get right up in their face, and I'm like, I know you can feel that. I know you can feel you right up in your face going, you knew the answer, didn't you? And I go, yeah, I just came here. I said, look, baby, I don't, if you want to come in here once every 4 or 5 months to update me on your life, let's do it. Sometimes I'm the messenger who needs to come in and give you that harsh truth, because I can reach those deep, dark parts of your mind that no one else can, because I take my shoes off. I knock on your door. I talk to your guides and I say, can I come into this sacred space? Can I have a cup of tea with you? We meet each other at an eye's length. I'm not above you getting my grimy little footprints all over your space, okay? It's not the same. Readers don't come with the same energy they used to. And it's starting to piss me off. So if you're a practitioner, I'm calling you out. Some of you need to practice your spiritual hygiene too. You can't just be up in people's spaces like doing all that bounce shit. Because when I go in there, I see it and I have to clean up after you. I cannot tell you how many times I will be mid channeling session technically doing a cleansing ritual at the same time, because I have to clean up after you, in order for them to leave my session feeling like, oh my God, I feel so much lighter and my mind feels, yeah, I had to do a whole cleansing ritual session and I didn't want to be rude. I'm going to start calling some of you motherfuckers out mid-session like, hey, you went to 2 weeks ago, stop letting her read you. There's a reason why you go back every 2 weeks. Because she's stressed out. She's leaving her energetic footprints in your mind, and now you're stressed out. She's not your bestie. You're paying her to tell you what you want to hear. Quit doing that. Your first mind already knew the answer. Accept it for what it is. And I gotta tell myself that too. This is why I don't let many people read me, because I can be the same way. I'm having the same human experience you are. We can't all be Delulu. We all gotta learn to trust our first mind. Take the truth as it is with a grain of salt. Look, you don't like it, that's too damn bad. I'm gonna tell you like my spirit guides told me. Not my spirit guides. I'm gonna tell you. You know what? I love this. I'm gonna tell you like Kali told me. Because she gonna get that ego check. You don't like it? That's too damn bad. That is too damn bad. Your inability to see the truth for what it is going to be the reason everything around you falls apart. Your inability to see what the truth is going to be the reason everything around you falls apart. And I had to take a look at my life and say, damn. Because I did ask for a bunch of changes and then refused to accept them as they came. Life is hard, but it doesn't have to be. Life is hard, but it doesn't have to be. When you move into the mindset of simply accepting, and things aren't happening to you, they're happening for you. You know? Oh, boo-hoo. You went through a breakup. Great. Happening for you, not to you. What did you gain out of this? What lessons did you learn? And what is next on your path? You know what I mean? You can't always let things slow you down. Anyways, those are my 2, 3, 5, 20 sort of life tidbit updates. I get really bad at updating YouTube, but I'm going to get better at it because I am going to be posting courses on here. And when I say courses, I'm going to be talking more about like meditations and meditational walkthroughs and things of that nature. It seems like I do a lot of things, and apparently I can give out keys to people. So there's that. So I will be doing that. I'm not sure what I want that to look like or how I'm going to narrate those courses. But when they start to come out, they will start to come out. So for now, this was sort of my first comeback video in a minute. I've had to readjust, like I said, for the bunnies, my work schedule, because I read a lot more in person now. Yeah, everything else. But this is July now. So my July booking is open. I would try to book me now. Slots fill up pretty fast when I do in-persons. And then I have festivals coming up that I'm booked for. Yeah. Other than that, the link to book me, like my Beacon Bicon, I can never figure out how to say that name. It's in the description box below. So is my tip jar. If you like this and you want to donate, you want to be part of the, whatever that center is going to be when it's up and running and gets together. Or don't forget to comment if you have any suggestions for the bunnies. I always love getting tips for the bunnies, especially if you are a spiritual pet owner yourself. Yeah, I think that's everything. Those 30-day client courses, I only take on 6 clients at a time because, like I said, I check. It's for 30 days, and I do a lot of individual stuff for each person, and then I check on you once a week. Like once a week, we will do like a 45-minute session once a week, every week, where it's either like a meditation or just mediumship, whatever it is you need. You can ask me questions. So I only take on 6 clients at a time every 30 days. So once those are sold out, they're sold out, but that's also in the Biacon, by whatever that thing is called. It's in the link. It's in the link. But yeah, thanks for coming and watching my video. Thanks for keeping up with me, if that's your thing. Yeah, just trying to be more open, trying to be more optimistic, trying to be more fun. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. And again, this has been Lady Aphrodite, and from my heart to yours, I hope you have a great day or evening, depending on where you are. Bye.